Welcome to the training for will calls from manufacturers. Throughout this training, you will want to reference your training packet. This packet includes all the items that we will review in this training. You can keep this packet for refreshers later. Your packet should include a driver procedures handout, a sample work ticket, a sample manufacturer paperwork, and a sample RFJ form. Throughout this video, we will review the 7 steps to a successful will call, which include preparing for pickup, checking in at the dock, verifying the order is the correct order, inspecting the product, loading the product on the truck, preparing for departure, and finally, delivering the product. Let's start off by reviewing step 1, preparing for pickup. Before you pull into the dock, you will need to review your paperwork for who you are picking up the order for and their acknowledgement or order or purchase order number. If you can't find this on the paperwork or just unsure of something, call the PC. Now let's look closely at the sample work ticket to find this information. You can find the necessary information on the first page of the work ticket in the job details section. As you can see here, the acknowledgement number is included. The dealer name should be here as well, but if it isn't, you can always find it on the punch list or installer hours page of the work ticket as shown here. Now that you have prepared for the will call, it's time to check in at the dock. When you pull into the dock, you will need to let the personnel at the dock know what order you are picking up by providing them with the acknowledgement, order, or purchase order number that you identified in step 1. They should provide you with paperwork like a bill of lading or packing slip that you will use throughout the rest of the will call procedures. If they don't give you paperwork, make sure you ask for it. With the paperwork given to you by the dock personnel, you will now verify the order is the correct order by comparing the manufacturer's paperwork against our work ticket. Be careful when reading the manufacturer's paperwork. Sometimes they will break down the assembled items into their parts. If something doesn't match or you are unsure of something, call the PC. Now let's take a closer look at these examples here. First thing we want to look at is the acknowledgement order or purchase order numbers. If they don't match exactly, then call your PC or ask the dock personnel. Now let's match up the product. On the first line, we'll notice that the model number doesn't match perfectly, but is included in the manufacturer's model number, and the description matches for a 2-drawer lateral file of a quantity of 1. Now on the next item, we'll see that the assembled desk is broken down into its components. Notice that they have an asterisk before the model number and a 0 for the quantity, indicating that this is an assembled item with its pieces listed below. You see here again that the model number doesn't match perfectly, but is included in the manufacturer's model number, and the description matches for a 66-inch rectangular double-bed desk. Now let's look at the components of the desk. We have one pedestal and then another pedestal, making it a double bed, and then a desk shell, which is 66 by 30. So it's a perfect match. Now you will need to physically check the items for accuracy and damage. If items are in a carton, you will need to check cartons for the damage. If there's damage on the carton, then you should open it to inspect the product. Uncartoned or blanket wrapped items will also need to be inspected for damage. If there is damage on any of the items, make sure to take photos, inform your PC, as well as note it on your bill of lading or packing slip. Make sure to put it on both the showcase's copy as well as the manufacturer's copy. If the manufacturer won't let you inspect the product, call your PC and follow their instructions as what to note on the packing slip. Now it is time to load the product on the truck. As you load the items, circle the packing slip to indicate that you picked up the item. This will help you notice if you are missing something. If you are, call the PC and note it on the bill of lading or packing slip. As always, if you are unsure of something or something doesn't make sense, call your PC. Now is time to prepare for departure. You need to take photos of the product loaded on the truck. The point of this is to document that you safely loaded and secured the product for departure. As such, make sure that you take the photos after you tied down the product. You will include these photos in your checkout email. We are now on our final step, delivery of the product. You will either be delivering the product direct to the job site or back to the warehouse. In the case of delivering direct to the job site, you will need to make sure that the bill of lading or packing slip that you used in previous steps with all of your notes is sent back to the office with the normal paperwork. When you are returning the product back to the warehouse for delivery another day, you will need to complete an RFJ form. However, there is no need to re-inventory all the product. Instead, you will attach the bill of lading or packing slip with all of your notes on it to the RFJ. Make sure that you complete the RFJ as shown in this example, ensuring that you provide an accurate piece or carton count and write "See attached packing slip" for the description. This concludes our training video on will calls from the manufacturer.